Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us on Facebook Live over here on the Sellersville Theater Facebook page. I'm here in the beautiful, empty Sellersville Theater. We miss you. We wish you were here, but we're glad you're there. My name is Daniel Faga. Thank you for tuning in. This is our second episode of our brand new live streaming show where we feature a concert and conversation with one of our favorite artists. Folks, you are watching Soundbooth Sessions. Thank you very much for tuning in. And thank you for anyone who tuned in and watched our first episode with Brian Dunn. I think it was a great success. And your comments and likes and interactions told us that you enjoyed it as well. We got some great feedback this week. And here we are with our very next episode. I am very excited. Can you all hear me, by the way? Let me just do a quick check here, make sure that we are, in fact, working. This is working. Hey, everybody. Folks, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I'm assuming that you can. Yeah, okay. Very good. Well, I'll tell you what. I am very excited to have our guest with us today. He is an extremely talented performer. You have seen him on our stage with the likes of Livingston Taylor and Vonda Shepard and, oh boy, Martin Sexton. Love that guy. He has a wonderful initiative called the We Can Project, which has impacted the lives of 500,000 students across the nation and around the world, I believe. We'll talk to him about that. You have seen him on the Today Show. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Jesse Ruben.
Well, you can call the cops, call the police. You stole my heart, this one's a thief. Call off the search, look at the facts. Love you so much that I don't want it back. Oh, we got a good thing going on, and I don't want another. I know it might sound sappy, but you make me so happy, like the first day of summer. I'll call you darling, you call me honey. No, it don't matter if we run out of money. You make me laugh while I'm making dinner. You're so fun and it's so simple. Oh, we got a good thing going on, and I don't want another. And I know it might sound sappy, but you make me so happy, like the first day of summer. And I know it might sound sappy, but you make me so happy, like the first day of summer. And everywhere that I go, all the people that I meet, well, no one can compare, darling, no one can compete. No one fits the way we fit, no one thinks the way we think. It's just you and me. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you can call the cops, call the police. You stole my heart, this one's a thief. Call off the search, look at the facts. Love you so much that I don't want it back. Oh, we got a good thing going on, we rely on each other. And I know it might sound sappy, but you make me so happy, like the first day of summer. And I know it might sound sappy, but you make me so happy, like the first day of summer. And I know it might sound sappy, but you make me so happy, like the first day of summer. And I know it might sound sappy, but you make me so happy, like the first day of summer.
Thank you. This one clap
Folks, click on the thumbs up button on the like button and let Jesse know how you feel about that. Jesse, hello, welcome.
Hi. So now they can see both of us.
Now they can see both of us. That's right.
You have so much control right now.
I do have so much control. I'm actually I hate to interrupt, but I'm getting some feedback that we are glitchy and choppy. So I'll tell you what.
Mine, it says good.
Yeah, I know it says good over on your side of the thing, but
What'd you do?
I think on my side of the thing we're having some issues. Jesse, your vote. Should we pause and come back and fix the problem, or should we just keep going even though it's choppy?
I feel like we should fix it, right?
I think we should fix it. Let's pause for 2 seconds. Folks, we will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
But that means you have to come back.
You got to come back. I'm sorry for this. We'll be right back. And I think we're back.
Yay!
Hey, I think we fixed it. Well,
it's like we never left.
It's just like we never left. We're starting over. Folks, if you're just joining us, there was a part 1 to this show.
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that. The past is in the past. We're going to give people a couple of seconds to tune back in. Let us know if you're with us, folks. We are here in the empty Sellersville Theater with Jesse Ruben all the way from his couch in Brooklyn, New York.
I'm in the office.
Oh, you're in the
couch
office.
is in
from
there.
His office.
I'm on a
Brooklyn,
piano
New
bench.
Jesse, I'm so happy to have you here.
Me too.
I am an admirer of your music. I'm an admirer of your positive vibe, your sincerity, your hopefulness.
That's all a lie.
It's not a lie. Wait, you mean your hopefulness and your sincerity?
My hopefulness is a lie? Yeah. No, your good feelings about it, very real. But the rest of it, it's all facade.
Well, let me tell you, I got a question.
Yes.
You are in a business where sometimes sort of the darkness and the debauchery is what's glorified.
Yeah.
What are the challenges of being somebody with seemingly a very positive outlook and a very sort of affirming tone? What challenges have you faced?
That's a great question. I had a lot of songs about those things. I still write sad songs about sadness and the world ending, especially now.
Uh-huh.
But I had like a sort of like pivotal moment where, like a long time ago, probably like 12 years ago, I got off stage. I had just sang a bunch of songs about like an ex-girlfriend, and I spent the whole show just being like, she sucks. And by the end of the show, the only thing anybody had learned in the audience was that my ex-girlfriend sucked, right? Uh-huh. And I got home, and the show was great, and I sold a bunch of merch and whatever, and I got home and I was like, these people like paid money, left their homes, came to see me play, and I offered them nothing.
Oh, brother.
And that was the day that I was like, if I'm going to be talking and I'm going to be on stage and I'm going to be in front of people, what do I actually want to say?
Excellent.
That will contribute to people. And so that was like a big turning point for me as far as like what I wanted to write about. My friends make fun of me a lot because I have a lot of like message songs. Mm-hmm. But I think those things are important. I love writing breakup songs. They're super fun, especially now when I don't actually have to go through one. But for me, it's just really interesting to see what else there is to write about and what else there is to say.
Absolutely.
You know,
well, you said
that's
a lot
the
of
challenge.
You said a lot of great things in this this latest EP. It's a great listen.
Thank you.
Called Hope. Let me show it to the people. It's right here.
Fancy.
There you go. It's on the screen right now for everybody. go to your digital music distributor and get yourself a copy of Jesse Ruben's Hope to listen to. I believe. Are you going to play a song from Hope?
Yeah, so I'm going to play a song. I'm going to play a song that I wrote for my wife, actually. Before we got married, she was having trouble sleeping, and I wanted to write a song to help her sleep. So I wrote her a lullaby. So this is the lullaby for her. It's called Simple Little Ballad. She loves movies from the 40s, tolerates when I watch sports. She buys ice cream for the homeless guy that everyone ignores. She has my favorite kind of heart, and it makes me want to love her even more. having trouble sleeping, so I played for her my favorite chords. And she sneezes when she gets near a cat. She looks adorable in overalls and any type of hat. She laughs just like her mother. When she smiles, you can tell it's from her dad. But she's been having trouble sleeping, so I thought a song might help with that. Her calendar is organized, her bedroom is a mess. She watches reruns of The Bachelor whenever she gets stressed. She's the best at giving presents, but the worst at accepting compliments. But she's been having trouble sleeping, so I'll sing so she can get some rest. And I know you have a lot on your plate, but I wanted to say how much I appreciate you. And out of all of the guys you could meet, I still can't believe that I get to date you. And I knew I'd love her cooking before I ever had it. She lets me grill so I feel manly, even though she's better at it. Now you know why I am singing this, but I could not be finished till I added that she's been having trouble sleeping, so I wrote for her a simple little ballad. It goes, good night, love. Good night, love. Ooh. Good night, love. Ooh. Good night, love. Ooh. Good night.
What a lovely song.
Thank you.
Folks, you are listening to the dulcet tones of Jesse Ruben. Please check the bottom of your screen for Jesse's Venmo address.
Yes, please.
Of course, we would appreciate it if you would show your support for Jesse. And also visit him on the web. Here, let me get the socials up here. We've got Jesse Ruben Music and Jesse Ruben at Instagram. Did I get that? Jesse Ruben Music on Facebook and Twitter, and Jesse Ruben on Instagram.
Just on Facebook, Jesse Ruben on Twitter and Instagram. I'm easy to find.
I'll fix that.
Ruben. Oh, Daniel, you screwed it up. Oh, God.
Man, it's amateur.
What are we going to do with you?
Sellersville Theater.
What are we going to do with you? Also, do you know this is my second time headlining the Sellersville Theater? Do you know
that right? Yes, I do remember.
Because the first time I was supposed to open for Minnie Driver, and she bailed 2 days before.
I do remember that.
I'm still mad at her.
There were
Minnie?
reasons. There were reasons.
Call me.
I believe she got a role in a...
Yeah, she was on a pretty large CBS sitcom.
That's exactly right. So, Jesse, I was just looking. So that Hope EP came out in what, 2018?
Yeah, well, it came out in 2018 in Asia, and then it came out here last year. I signed a deal with Universal Music in Asia because of the success of one of my songs. So it was very strange because in one very specific section of the world, lots of cool stuff was happening, and then everywhere else, less cool stuff was happening.
Understood. And so, do you have another project that we can expect to see from you?
Yes. Complicated answer. Simple question, complicated answer. So I have an album and it's done.
Okay.
It's sitting on a hard drive under a pile of things on my desk over here. And I was
before all this crazy stuff happened, I was shopping it to labels and publishers and trying to figure out a release plan, and I was going to press a bunch of vinyl, and now I can't do any of that because the vinyl place isn't open, and even if they were, I can't get to the post office here in New York. It's very dangerous. So like, there's nothing I can do with it. I might put a song out just digitally at some point. I don't know. This is a new thing. Like, everything is crazy. No one knows what to do in the music industry. It's like a comedy of errors because like people aren't getting syncs because they're not making TV shows. People are putting out music, but they can't tour behind it. All shows are canceled. We live in a society that doesn't super value creative people. Yeah. Most of them don't have health insurance. Like, so it's just like pop, 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 all stacked up.
Yeah, this is certainly a mess. What now? Were you making the majority of your living from touring?
A good amount between shows, house concerts, private shows, and then like visiting schools and doing work with kids. That was a big majority of my income, and then streaming made up a much smaller percentage for sure.
I see. And how about now? I mean, are you finding ways now to like adapt to this new normal? I mean, like, what are you doing to
honestly one of the ways that we've been able to figure it out is like all the schools that I was going to, now we're doing stuff digitally like this, where I play concerts for students and their parents. And then also every week since the beginning of this, so we've done like 7 or 8 of them. My wife and I do an online show on Facebook and Instagram every Friday night. It's literally the only thing keeping me sane. It also stresses me out every week because I have to come up with a theme. This week's theme is track 3, so I'm playing all of my track 3s and then a bunch of covers of favorite track 3s. Yeah, it was mostly to give me an excuse to play Across the Universe, which is track 3. So, but it's just like, but now I'm already stressed about next week's theme. I have a couple ideas. I don't know, but it's been super fun. My wife and I do a song together. We recap the week. It gives people stuff to do on a Friday night. It gives us something to do Friday night. It scratches the itch of a concert kind of thing. We're just trying to figure it out. You know,
I've tuned in. They're a lot of fun. I believe, was it last week where it was 90s?
97. Only 97.
Songs from 97.
Songs that were big in 1997, yeah.
Now, Jesse, you played quite a number of songs there that I suspect you knew prior to picking that theme. Did you? Did you have
no?
Like
Go
ahead.
Okay. The only song that I knew ahead of time was "Everlong" by Foo Fighters. The rest I had to learn.
All right. I thought you had
"Criminal" by Fiona Apple.
You
I
played
had to
the
learn.
Backstreet Boys song with a certain.
Oh no, that was all. But I'm cheating though, because like right next to the screen I had the lyrics and the chords. Like I can't memorize all that. I'm not a I'm doing my best out here. But I learned mostly those songs for and then I forget them immediately.
Understood. Did you have like a coffee house days where you used to tour the coffee houses of your local town and play acoustic covers and
in high school, those were my first shows. Was like me and a couple buddies playing at oh my god.
What were some of the
Java,
big songs? Jam and Java and
well, no, but
Saxby's
what was it called?
Coffee
Java Joe's or something. I can't even remember. A lot of Dave Matthews, a lot of John Mayer songs, stuff like that. I still fit those in. They're so good,
But maybe I don't know if we're gonna do covers tonight. I think we should stick with some originals. Let's go back to that new album you have. So yeah. I understand. So it's sitting on a hard drive.
It's sitting on a hard drive. It sounds great.
Waiting to come out.
I'm super excited for people to hear it.
Can you give people a little taste?
Yeah. So this is one of my favorite songs from the album. This is a song called Champion, and I wrote this song because a lot of times when people meet my wife and I, the response that they get when they find out what I do, the response is like, oh my God, it must be so great to date a musician. It must be so romantic. He must sing for you all the time. It's great, like less than 1% of the time, and then the rest of the time I am useless. So like if something breaks, it needs to be fixed. If there's like a situation where there's any type of emergency, I am not helpful at all. And so I wanted to acknowledge that. So this is a new song. This is called Champion.
can't cook, I don't clean. I never learned how to draw. I'm no good with machines. Keep me away from a saw. I'm not organized, I'm never on time. Mostly I'm impatient. The only awards I got as a child were for participation. Lucky for me, there's only one thing that I desire to win. I wanna love you like a champion. I wanna love you like a champion. When I run, I get hurt. I'm better off in the stands. In the sun, I just burn instead of getting a tan. I'm easily bored and sometimes I snore. My wardrobe needs replacing. The only awards I got as a child were for participation. Lucky for me, there's only one thing that I desire to win. I wanna love you like a champion. I wanna love you like a champion. I'll put in the time it takes to practice every day. I'll keep on finding ways to love you even better. You'll be amazed at all the progress that I've made. They'll throw us a parade that we will walk together. I'm not organized, I'm never on time. Mostly I'm impatient. The only awards I got as a child were for participation. Lucky for me, there's only one thing that I desire to win. I wanna love you like a champion. Love you like a champion. Love you like a champion. I wanna love you like a champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the wonderful sounds of Jesse Ruben.
Thank you.
Jesse, let me share some of the comments that are coming
Oh boy.
out of the out of the depths of the internet with you.
All right,
here.
let's hear them.
Let's see. Great song. Another great song.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
We have, let's see, video not great, but audio is
7,000 people.
Audio is terrific. Watching on the TV. Wow, a lot of people tuning in. Thank you very much, folks.
Love it.
Folks, if you like what you're hearing, please comment and like all those little interactions.
And share.
And host a watch party. Do all kinds of stuff to try to help us get people in and watching this. That would be great. Like I said, if you're just tuning in, you're listening to Jesse Ruben. If you'd like to show some support for Jesse Ruben, please donate to his Venmo. His image, his address is on the screen.
Very fancy.
So, Jesse.
Yes, sir.
What are some of the things you're doing to keep yourself busy during this quarantine?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Nothing. My wife and I are rewatching The Office, which is a great decision.
That's a good one. A classic.
This is so every week during the live stream we talk about who won the week, and last week Jigsaw Puzzles won the week. I think this is like primo. If you are a Jigsaw Puzzle fan, this is like the best it's ever been because you can't leave. You don't want to stare at a screen. I've done every puzzle in the house already. I'm trying to figure out ways to get more.
Throw some numbers at me. How many? What kind of numbers you putting up? Jigsaw puzzle size.
We're doing. I just did a 2,000 piece, which was pretty extensive.
That's
I find that 1,000 is good because you can get through it in a couple of days. But also, like, when people, I don't want to be a naysayer, but when people are posting photos of like complete puzzles that are like 300 pieces, unless like your kid did it with you, in which case that's great. But if you're an adult, you stop that right now. And also, this is very controversial. I don't do the edges of the puzzle first. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I just don't. I organize by color.
You're working with a handicap.
No, I don't think it helps. I think it wastes time. Wait, we could talk about this for a long time.
Let's get into it. I mean, really.
they'll be
what
like, I like the songs, but they lost me at minute 40 of jigsaw puzzle content. I've been reading a lot of books. I'm taking piano lessons, which is something I haven't done in 15 years. I got my keyboard back here, and trying to exercise, but that's not true. I haven't been doing that really. So it's mostly just a lot of sedentary activities.
I see. So earlier in the episode, we referenced your positivity, your hopefulness, your optimism. when inevitably during these times you find those dwindling away, where do you go for a
sweets,
little
sugar,
boost?
Mostly sugar. And also my wife's been baking bread, which is great. Just shoveling that right into my face. We've got a lot of chocolate in the fridge and freezer. I prefer it in the freezer.
Me too.
Chocolate peanut butter cups, dark. Don't come at me with milk chocolate. I mean, to each their own, but you're wrong about that. And I just find that emotionally eating has been a big a big pillar of my support system.
The quarantine 15 is going to hit a lot of us. All right, Jesse, you got another tune for us?
I do. Yeah, this is a song from the new album also. I'll turn my guitar back on. This is a song called Trying My Best. I wrote this song after dealing with a pretty intense thing, which we'll talk about later. But I just found that everyone is dealing with stuff, and especially right now with what's going on, and people are anxious and scared and freaked out, and it's a very uncertain time. So this is a song for your stuff. The song's called Trying My Best. The lyrics ask you to raise your hand if you hear something you relate to. I won't be able to see you, but I'll know in my heart if you raised your hand or not. Or I guess you could do like that guy
emoji.
with hand person lady holding a hand up emoji. But yeah, this is called Trying My Best. Raise your hand if you ever get lonely. Raise your hand if you ever get sad. Hold it high if you're ever unhappy. I think we all feel that. And they told me to be nicer to myself. It's not as easy as it sounds, but I'm trying my best. Raise your hand if you're scared of the future. Raise your hand if your money feels tight. Hold it high if you hate your body. Well, it's all part of being alive. And if I ever find you crying, I'll remind you of this. I am not joking. You are not broken. You don't need to be fixed. No matter what it is, it'll get better, I promise. 'Cause every morning I get anxious, and in the evenings I stress out a lot. And in between them I get jealous. It wears me out, I don't know how to make it stop. But if I ever find you crying, I'll remind you of this. I am not joking, you
are not broken, you don't need to be fixed, no. No matter what it is, it'll get better. It has to get better, I promise. I promise. Raise your hand if there's light in the distance. Raise your hand if you'll never give up the fight. Hold it high if you know what you're made of, and you know who you are inside. 'Cause they told me to be nicer to myself. It's not as easy as it sounds. I'm trying my best. Yes, I'm trying my best.
Well, that's a song we all need right now, Jesse. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
I gotta tell you, there is like a moving amount of hand emojis in the
I love
comment
it.
section right now. I was watching them come in, and it was like I got a little choked up. I'll be honest. Beautiful song. Thank you very much, folks. This is
man.
Jesse Ruben. You can follow him on the internet, Twitter and Instagram at Jesse Ruben, on Facebook at Jesse Ruben Music.
Ruben, not spelled like the sandwich. I know it's a good sandwich. I get it, but it's not spelled like that.
So you said that song was about one of your things?
Yeah, so that I wrote that song. I was very sick for a long time. I have something called Lyme disease, and we've talked about this.
Yeah.
But a lot of people watching haven't. But also, if you're watching this, you probably live in and around the Sellersville Theater, which is like ground zero for Lyme stuff. So if you're not feeling well and nobody can figure out what's wrong with you, please reach out to me. I talk to Lyme patients almost every day. I'm a big part of the Lyme community. We have support groups. We have medical information. We have doctors. If you're tired all the time or achy and muscle aches and you don't know why certain things are happening for no reason, maybe look into it. Give me a call. Let's talk. I have helped a lot of people find doctors. The Lyme community is very supportive. I wouldn't be here if not for the help of lots and lots of people, some of whom I never actually met in person. But when I finally got better, I realized that talking about my experience, so many other people had things like that or things that were just weighing them down. And I just wanted to sort of, that song really, I find that when you go to a concert, there's the person on stage is on a pedestal, and then everyone in the audience is here. And I kind of think for that song, we all just kind of get back to the same level. And I think that's important, especially now. I mean, come on.
How common is Lyme disease, Jesse? Like what?
Very common. Yeah. I mean, the CDC says 300,000 cases a year, but it's probably more like 3 million cases a year. It's a crazy pandemic. Lots of people have it. Wow. And a lot of people don't know they have it. A lot of doctors are very far behind. So it's very challenging to get, the test doesn't work, so it's hard to get treatment. It's all terrible. And it's what's been interesting is when I host support groups and I talk to Lyme patients, and now with like everyone quarantining at home, Lyme patients are like, yeah, we've been doing this forever, you know, and like trying to figure out a treatment and getting tested and all that stuff. It's very, very relatable and common in that field. So obviously,
is it contagious? I don't know anything about Lyme disease.
No.
Okay.
Well, no. We'll say no. It's not contagious like coronavirus is.
I see.
That's for sure. Yeah.
So where can people go for more information about Lyme disease? And
oh yeah, you can look up. I'm involved with 2 organizations: Global Lyme Alliance. I run the New York Marathon for them to raise money for them every year. So Global Lyme Alliance or Project Lyme. Those are the 2 big organizations, and there's a ton of helpful information. And it's just a scary time to not. It's always scary when you're not feeling well, but especially right now when there's so many triggers and there's so much going on, and it's so scary. So it's been really helpful to connect with other people who understand and help when you can. For me, it just feels really good. I feel very responsible to give back because I know so many people who haven't been feeling well for a long time, you know. But every time I play at Sellersville and talk about it, there's always a bunch of people who come up to me and know somebody who has it, or they think they have it, and it's very common in Pennsylvania. Very.
Absolutely, all those ticks. All those,
Yeah. Yay.
yeah. Now I saw a picture on one of your socials of you in a Zoom chat. It was like was that a support
Yeah.
group?
That was so we do these online meetups. One of the problems we were having when we were doing in-person meetups, and a lot of people don't feel well, so they can't come. And there's also people just all over the place. And Zoom has been this amazing resource. And we had like 4 or 6 people, and we were doing 1 a week, and now we're up to 3 a week, and we've got between 20 and 30 people on each one. Yeah, it's been amazing. It's been super fun.
Oh, that's wonderful. Another thing you do to help people out. Appreciate that.
Man, I gotta do something. You know?
Absolutely. So yeah, it's weird times right now, man. Weird times.
That's a good segue.
Thank you.
Because the next song I'm gonna play is called Weird.
Oh, thank you.
I was giving you more credit than you deserved on that.
One. Very good. All right, hit us with it.
This is a brand new song. A lot of people have been asking, are you writing songs right now? What are you writing about? And I'm gonna cheat and pull up some of the lyrics here because this is a new song. This is a song called Weird, and I've actually recently had to stop watching the news because it's just freaking me out too much. But this is a new song called Weird. Make sure you. Hey there, America, can you spare a dime? What's that you want me to call back another time? Well, that should be real easy because right now we're all stuck inside. Hey there, America, are you getting scared? What is the plan here? Should we ask the billionaires? Well, I don't think that'll work because it feels a lot like they don't care. And I was told that everything was under control and we were all in the clear. But now they're saying things are getting worse and we might not get back to work this year. But I was taught that I lived in the greatest country. Isn't that weird? Hey there, America, are you getting bored? What are you doing to help the uninsured? Well, it must be all their fault because why else would they be so poor? And do you think they've gotten used to getting overlooked and being so ignored? And I was told that everything was under control and we were all in the clear. But now they're saying things are getting worse and we might not get back to work this year. But I was taught that I lived in the greatest country. Isn't that weird? And I was told that everything was under control and we were all in the clear. But now they're saying things are getting worse and we might not get back to work this year. And I was taught that I lived in the greatest country. How is this the greatest country? Is this still the greatest country? Isn't that weird? Something like that.
Beautiful. Is that another one of those new ones? You said that.
That's a brand. I wrote that a couple weeks ago. I've only played that 2 or 3 times.
You got a lot of songs to help people get through this weird time.
Yeah. Sorry if you're mad about that. I don't know. Sometimes people are. Actually, I'm not. Well, you're
questioning the greatness of the country. It asks a lot of tough questions there, Jesse.
Yeah, I started writing that song while I was on hold on unemployment after calling over 1,000 times. And by the way, I haven't gotten any because I don't qualify.
Oh, I see.
Cool. Yeah. So it's like
that's the problem with gig workers. We have some
well,
friends.
it's just frustrating because we're not even being considered in long-term solutions right now, right? Yeah. Big businesses, big corporations, all that stuff. But there are millions of people who are self-employed and are gig economy and all that stuff, and there's not even a discussion about our livelihood, And I just find like, when everything went to streaming and people stopped buying CD, it was like, well, you chose to do this, and so this is what you have to deal with. And it was like, you can make all your money from live shows. Well, now live shows are gone. It's like, well, you deserve this because this is a choice you made, but we contribute. And I think art is important, and you can't have people sitting at home streaming thousands of hours of shows and then be like, art is stupid. Like, it just doesn't make any sense,
That's right.
So
everybody's turning to Facebook to watch concerts live.
Yeah.
Proving.
So I hope that when this is over, we will do a better job of taking care of the people who need it most. I do not qualify as that. I am very fortunate, but there are a lot of people and a lot of creative people who are barely getting by, especially in big cities, and it's really hard for them, and they're really talented, and it would just be a shame if they couldn't pay their bills, I don't know. So that's where that song came from.
Absolutely. And folks, please, Jesse's Venmo is on the screen. Please support.
It's a great time.
It's not a joke. It's real life, man, and we need to help the artistic community out. So I know a lot of the people who are watching are big supporters of the arts and who are supporters of their local musicians, and thank you for that.
Well, we appreciate you. And you, by the way. This is amazing. I wish more venues would do this. It's such a fun thing.
Oh.
You're operating at like advanced mode right now with the different screens and everything. So don't sell yourself short.
Thank you very much, Jesse. I appreciate that. Listen, would you mind if I requested a song, because I think it kind of goes in with everything that we've been talking about?
Oh, I just got nervous. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. Would you mind playing Carry On? It just is one of the ones from your collection that spoke to me. I'll give you a second to set up.
Yeah.
And folks, if you have requests or questions for Jesse, send them over in the comment section.
I'm an open book.
He's an open book, and he said he might play some requests later in the show.
So just real quick, I wrote this song. I was playing a show on September 11th, 2011 in New York, so the 10th anniversary of September 11th, and I wanted to play a song for the occasion, and I find that it's... and I wanted to write a song about connectedness and us all getting through it together, and just it feels relevant again. So this is called Carry On. To the boy who grew up with no father, to the man who lost his first son, to the soldiers defending our honor, carry on, carry on, carry on. To the driver they found on the pavement, his brother still covered in blood, to the doctor who's trying to save him, carry on, carry on, carry on, carry on, carry on, carry on. I believe in forgiveness, I believe in peace, and I think love is a privilege that everyone needs. I don't think it's so outrageous, I believe that love will save us. To the bride who called off her wedding, and the groom who was glad it was done,
to the gambler who raises his betting. Carry on, carry on, carry on. To the teacher who doesn't retire, and the schoolboy who bought his first gun. To the neighbor whose house is on fire. Carry on, carry on, carry on. Carry on, carry on, carry on. And I believe in forgiveness. I believe in peace. And I think love is a privilege that everyone needs. I don't think it's so outrageous. I believe that love will save us. So on an infamous day in September, when a plane took the place of the sun, it changed this whole city forever. We carry on, carry on, carry on. When you wake to a beautiful morning, and then pray that the danger is gone. When tragedy strikes without warning, carry on, carry on, carry on. And I believe in forgiveness. I believe in peace. And I think love is a privilege that everyone needs. I don't think it's so outrageous. I believe that love will save us. To the boy who grew up with no father, to the man who lost his first son, to the soldiers defending our honor, we carry on, carry on, carry on.
Thank you, Jesse.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful song.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Jesse, I want to ask you about this musical. I've heard
Yeah, sure.
through the grapevine that you have written a musical. Tell me what it's about. Are you writing it, or is it already written?
I'm on the third draft, so technically I've already written it and I'm writing it. There will probably be 4 drafts, let's be honest. So I have this program called the We Can Project, which we'll talk about later, but one of the things that I do is I go to schools and I talk to them about having big goals for themselves and for other people. And so I was doing an assembly in front of like 600 elementary school kids, and this very cute 2nd grader, this girl stood up and was like, Jesse, Mr. Jesse, they call me Mr. Jesse always, Mr. Jesse, what is one of your I Can projects? And I said, well, I don't have one, which was not the right thing to say to hundreds of elementary school kids. So that's how you get booed by hundreds of elementary school kids. And so I was like, well, something I've always wanted to do is write a musical. And then everyone cheered, and I was like, crap. Okay. So I got to do it. And I had opened a Google Doc on my computer, and it said musical, and that was it. And I played a show a couple days later in New York, and this kid came up to me, and we were talking, and he's like, so what are you up to? What's new? And I said to him, I was like, well, I'm writing a musical, lying. And he was like, oh, well, I produce musicals. And I was like, you don't produce musicals. And he was this young kid on this new team, and so all of a sudden I had this person who wanted to help me write a musical, and I was like, all right, universe, I get it. So I've been working on it for like 2 years now, and I've got about 15 songs for it total, some older songs, but mostly new ones. And it's basically about a very handsome, very famous singer-songwriter, and it's about how he gets very sick and sort of disappears for a long time, and people think he's dead, and they don't know what happened to him, and then he sort of comes back, and it's the story of all of that, and how one person getting very sick can impact the other people in their lives, and the emotional toll that can take, and sort of just a deep dive into that experience. And for me, it's been very cathartic to process all the different phases of that illness and how it impacted me and my family and my now wife, because we met 3 months before we started dating, 3 months before I got sick, right? So her story is very a part of my recovery. And of course, now I don't know if now is like a very sexy time to have a musical about someone being sick, but it's
gonna
been
be very relevant and salient.
That's true.
Yeah.
So but for me, it was mostly about, I have to walk the walk when it comes. I can't go to these kids. I can't go to these schools and talk about doing amazing things and then not do it myself. So for me to take something that big and daunting and break it up into little tasks and work on it a little bit at a time over time has been very rewarding. Just like when I wrote, like, the end or whatever I put at the end of the first draft, that's a great feeling, so it's been fun working on it, and I've had a lot of help from some really great people, and I haven't even touched it honestly since all of this craziness has been happening. I don't know if it's just too close to home or what, but I probably should. But it's definitely been a fun project to work on.
Oh, congratulations! Well, I can't wait to hear some of it.
Yeah, thank you.
But you're entering into a world of musicals, and you're joining the ranks of a number of singer-songwriters who have written musicals.
It's a good time to be a songwriter with a musical. Yeah,
that's true. And I wanted to test your knowledge a little bit.
Okay.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna name the singer-songwriter, and you tell me what musical it is that they've written. So number one is Elton John. Gotta start off with an easy one.
Lion King?
The Lion King. There you go.
Okay. I was like, is there another one?
Number two, Sarah Bareilles.
Waitress, which is just so good.
Fantastic.
Oh my God.
Number three, folks, you can play along at home. Let us know how you do. Number three, Duncan Sheik.
Spring Awakening.
Well done.
And so tangent. Oh, because Barely Breathing was one of the songs I played last week. I met Duncan Sheik 3 days after I moved to New York City, and he was my first concert ever. So I love him to a very extensive amount.
He's the man, and Spring Awakening is
incredible.
How about this one? Glenn Hansard.
Once.
Bono and the Edge.
Oh, that's Spider-Man one. Turn Off the Dark?
Turn Off the Dark. Nailed it. Ding, ding, ding. Cyndi Lauper.
Kinky Boots, which I haven't seen. Is she a singer-songwriter? Would we count her as a singer? Would we count Bono as a singer-songwriter?
Let's move on. Let's see. Anais Mitchell.
Hadestown.
That's the one.
Hadestown, yeah.
You're doing great. And and last, but maybe, I don't know if it's least or not, Sting.
Oh, that boat one. The Last Ship.
The Last Ship. Well done.
No,
Thanks for
I think working title was called The Boat One.
Got it. Thanks for playing Name That Musical by a singer-songwriter. Would you mind playing a song from your musical, or?
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's good because I don't get to play them very often, so it's nice to get to just play the songs through for people. So this is a song called Island. This is towards the end of the show when the two main characters, the guy and the girl, have gone through a lot together, and this is her song. And by the way, this is the first time I've written songs specifically to be sung by a female, right? Like, I don't know what that's like. So it's been really fun to do that. So this is a song for my wife's character, just basically saying to him, no matter what, like, I love you and I will support you, and it doesn't matter what happens. So this is called Island, and I haven't played this very often. So whenever you are
are lost at sea, I will pull you in like the tide. I'll make sure you return to me. I will help you when you hide. Whenever you are lost at sea, I will be the wind in your sails. I'll make sure you return to me. I will help you when you fail. 'Cause I am an island, you're stuck on deck. I watched you dive at a dangerous depth, about to capsize in case your ship wrecks. I am an island, you will be safe here. You will be safe here. Whenever you are lost at sea, I will be the lights on the shore. I'll make sure you return to me. You will always have support. 'Cause I am an island, you're stuck on deck. I watched you dive at a dangerous depth, about to capsize in case your ship wrecks. I am an island, you will be safe here. You will be safe here. And I always knew that loving you would sometimes mean learning how to let you go. And whenever you are on a stage, you're helping someone find a way to heal and grow. When it seems like you are sinking, when the danger gets too near, when the captain has betrayed you and there's no one left to steer, I will be the light that guides you back here. And if your engine goes down and your compass should fail, if you're starting to drown and your ship will not sail, I am an island, you're stuck on deck. I watched you dive at a dangerous depth, about to capsize in case your ship wrecks. I am an island, you will be safe here. You will be safe here. You will be safe here. You will be safe here.
Another beautiful song. Jesse, thank you very much.
Thank you. I will say the clapping might be the thing I miss the most about everything that's happening right. Like, I can hang out at home, I can watch movies, I can do whatever, but I have a pathological need for the approval of other human beings by way of applause and laughter, and not having that, man, it is tough. For sure.
Well, I can see how quickly the comments are streaming in. People are loving it. Jesse
Thanks,
saying
man.
this is a great night. A lot of claps, a lot of applause, a lot of people.
Well, thank you for being here and joining us. We really appreciate it. I appreciate it.
A lot of people have done really well on the musical quiz.
Great.
We're having fun in the comments section.
Good.
That's very nice. Jesse, tell us about the Weekend Project.
Yes. So one of the things that my wife and I do every year is we run the New York City Marathon together. Because we're insane. I did my first marathon in 2010, and afterwards, when I was playing shows, when I would talk to, apparently I write a lot of songs after talking to people after shows, but people were like, "Oh my God, that's so cool that you did that. I've always wanted to run a marathon. That's so cool. Here's this thing I've always wanted to do." And so I wanted to write a song that gave adults permission to do scary things, because mostly I find that people, especially the older they get, the smaller and smaller those dreams get, and the quieter that stuff gets. And I just kind of wanted to be like, screw it, do the thing you've always wanted to do, you know? And I put the song out, and the first verse is about running, so I thought maybe it would inspire some people to run, and it did. And then I got an email from a teacher in Vancouver Island, Canada. I didn't even know where that was. And she was like, we love your song. We're playing it for our students. Would you like to come visit? And I went, and I spent 4 days in this tiny island off the coast of Vancouver. Oh, wow. And we made a music video for the song. And I came back to New York, and I was like, that was a cool thing I did, you know? And then other teachers saw the video and were like, what's this thing? Can you do this? And at first I didn't know what to say. And then I started interviewing teachers and getting help from educators in my life, and created this thing called the We Can Project. So the We Can Project is a service learning program for elementary and middle school students. And it basically, everyone comes up with I can goals for themselves, and then you have community we can goals. And it's just a great way to learn, especially when you're younger, to learn new skills like leadership and problem solving. But it's also a great way to band together as a community. You know, I've seen small towns have we can projects like planting a community garden to feed homeless people. I've seen communities where like a family's house burned down, and their weekend was we can build a home. And at the end of the school year, they presented this huge check to Habitat for Humanity, and literally like on weekends, teachers were going to nail in nails to help build this house for this family, you know? So it's been amazing to see people latch onto that theme. And over the last like 3 or 4 years, I've visited probably 33 different states to work with kids. I've worked with everything from charter schools, private schools, public schools. I've worked with some of the wealthiest communities in the country, and I've also worked with some of the poorest counties in the country. I've worked with Catholic schools. I've worked with Hebrew schools. It's amazing that the message and the song really work across all everythings. And so I hated school when I was growing up. It's so funny. I never thought I'd go back to schools ever. It's so rewarding for me to get to go back and talk to especially kids about being creative, about sometimes when I go, no one's ever asked them if they want to play an instrument. And so to see somebody that isn't their parent to be creative and have a career in that, it's so rewarding, and I miss it a lot. I really do.
And is that the correct number that you feel like you've worked with over 500,000?
Between me going to the school or them using We Can as a theme and the song as a theme, it's over 500,000 students. Yeah, it's crazy. It's insane. It's
fantastic.
I love it. So now we're also developing a full curriculum with weekly lessons for students. So hopefully by next year we'll have that ready. And so then we're just giving schools everything they need to instill these values in their students. And it's been so fun. And honestly, like I've never advertised. It's all word of mouth. It's just... Wow. I think that message is something that is missing in education, especially in the States, where we're so focused on test scores. In Canada, they're like, yeah, come on up. We're doing a bunch of cool stuff. In the States, it's much harder, you know? And so it takes a certain type of educator to say, like, this is something that I think is important to instill in my students, you know? So it's only been a joy, you know? I love it so much.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What's the website where people can find out more information about the We Can Project?
wecan.com.
Let's hear the song where that comes from.
Yeah, man. Where's my capo? I'm like losing my stuff.
Oh,
here.
Let me share with you, Jesse. Stephanie Lynn says that she's approaching 50 and started roller skating. That's her.
I love that. I hope you're wearing knee pads. Be safe. Oh. So this song's called We Can. A lot of people doubted me, they laughed in my face, said there ain't no way I would finish that race, but I kept my head down and laced up my shoes. I ran a marathon when no one thought I could. I didn't always want to, but I said that I would, and I learned a lot about what I can do.
It doesn't matter if they don't believe. It doesn't matter if they do not understand. 'Cause every dream that I'm trying to achieve, I can. You can sing that. I can. So make a list, do not make it brief. Write down every single wish and every little thing that you want. Don't sell yourself short. Don't ever hesitate if people turn you down. Do not settle, do not wait. Don't ever turn around, 'cause you're almost there. I swear it's yours. And all that matters is there's no regrets. It doesn't matter if they do not understand. 'Cause everything you want you haven't gotten yet. You can. Right now on this planet, there are things that we can fix. There are people going hungry. A lot of them are kids, and it's so unfair. They're scared and all alone. Wars are being fought over land and over God, and we need a different plan. 'Cause I think that we forgot that we're all the same. We're just love and blood and bones. It doesn't matter if they think we're wrong. It doesn't matter if they do not understand. 'Cause every obstacle we need to overcome, we can.
Another song we all need right now, Jesse.
I got a bunch of those, apparently.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
My Aunt Nilsa indicates in the comments that she started painting. Congratulations.
I love it.
That's wonderful.
It's amazing.
Jesse, I'm wondering, aside from writing a musical, what is your current I can, if you have one?
Piano lessons for sure. Piano has been, it's something we designed this entire apartment around where to put my piano, because there's only one wall big enough, and I was looking at it, and I took lessons when I was a kid, and I just figured once this all happened and I had time, so practicing and getting better, piano for me is a big one for sure.
I see Jen Jacob, which I believe is your wife, Jen Jacob, says, I can live in an apartment with more than 3 rooms.
One day.
I'm hoping that this is the year that I can grow a tomato plant without killing it.
Yeah, that second half of that sentence, very specific, very important.
That's right.
I believe in you.
Jesse, this has been an absolute treat. For those
I love it. Let's do it again. What are you doing tomorrow? No,
man, I'd love to. We'll talk about that. I mean, who knows how long this quarantine is going to last?
Totally.
We might have the opportunity to do this again. It's
great.
For those of you watching at home. I know that this has been a communal experience for you, but for me, it's me and Jesse on a screen. So I'm getting
hanging
a wonderful private concert here, and I'll tell you, I'm loving it.
Great, man.
So, Jesse, you mentioned that you and your wife do a live stream every Friday at 9.
Every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, on Facebook and Instagram. We have a theme of the week. We have a drink of the week. We got our first drink sponsor last week. The theme for this week.
Drink sponsor? What do you mean drink sponsor?
So there's a company called Wink that will ship you wine, and we told them what we were doing, and they sent us 4 bottles of wine.
Oh, cool.
Thank you, Wink. Very important right now. So we still need a drink of the week for Friday, but this week's theme is track 3. So I'm doing all of my track 3s and then playing my favorite cover songs that are track 3 on their albums. So if you have any suggestions, I've gotten a bunch of good ones. I have so many good ones. But we're every Friday, so we just want to give people something to do, and it's a great way for us to hang out and spend time together, and it's super fun.
Sounds great. That's over on your Facebook page, which is Jesse Ruben Music. You can find Jesse on Twitter and Instagram at Jesse Ruben. Please
Yes, sir.
contribute to Jesse's Venmo on the screen now at Jesse Ruben with those numbers 3394.
That's the last 4 digits of my phone number. If we're not connected on Venmo, it asks for the last 4 digits. If you pay me enough, I'll just give you my whole number. I don't care. But honestly, it's been amazing to see how generous music lovers have been. Every week, people tune in and we ask for donations, and people have been. Some people give $2 and $3, and that's awesome, and some people give more. But this is the only way that people like me can make money right now. I can't even ship out merch. I can't do anything except donations. So it really means a lot to me. Any money that you can give would be awesome. Thank you for watching. There are so many things you could be watching right now. The fact that you've been hanging out with us, it means so much. And I hope that when this is all over, we can do it in person on that stage right behind you there. That glorious, glorious stage, for sure.
Jesse, thank you for joining us. Take us out.
This is my favorite song of mine. This is my big hit. This is a song called "This Is Why I Need You," and I wrote it to acknowledge all the people in my life that helped me get through the craziest, most difficult time in my life. So what I like to say about it, it's a song for the people in your life who help you get from point A to point B when you didn't know it was possible to get to point B. The song's called "This Is Why I Need You." So many questions and places to go. There are too many options, far too many unknowns. This is why I need you. And everyone talks now, but no one is right. There are too many armies with no one to fight. This is why I need you. 'Cause you make the darkness less dark. You make the edges less sharp. You make the winter feel warmer. And you make my weakness less weak. You make the bottom less deep. You make the waiting feel shorter. You make my crazy feel normal every time. You are the who. Love is the what, this is the why. There are too many problems and no one who cares. There are so many roads and they all need repairs. This is why I need you. And there's not enough chocolate, there's too many chores. There are so many mountains that I haven't explored. This is why I need you. 'Cause you make the darkness less dark. You make the edges less sharp. You make the winter feel warmer. And you make my weakness less weak. You make the bottom less deep. You make the waiting feel shorter. You make my crazy feel normal every time. You are the who, love is the what, this is the why. You keep the ship moving forward, and you make it easy to try, and you make my crazy feel normal every time. You are the who, love is the what, this is the why. You are the who, love is the what, this is the why. You are the love is the what, and this is the why.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. You've been listening and enjoying Jesse Ruben. Find him online at Twitter and Instagram at Jesse Ruben, Facebook Jesse Ruben Music, JesseRuben.com, right? Jesse Ruben Music?
That's right.
Jesse Ruben.
JesseRuben.com. Nice and easy.
The album is called Hope, and hopefully there will be a new one soon as this craziness is over. Folks, thank you for watching Soundbooth Sessions. We will be back on Friday with Kirby Seibert. We'll have another episode for you on Friday. It'll be fun. Folks, thank you very much for supporting us. Your likes, your comments, your clicks, your donations, all of it really helps. If you would like to help the Sellersville Theater and the Washington House restaurant, please head over to st94.com. The Washington House is doing to-go. The Washington House Cuisine to go. We've just started happy hours to go. We've also just started 6-packs beer to go, and we will be doing our very first virtual wine tasting dinner online. All of that at st94.com. Keep watching the Sellersville Theater Facebook page. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. Of course, please continue to watch the streams of your favorite artists, and please make sure to donate them to help keep the music alive. Thank you very much, folks, and we hope to see you here live someday soon. Bye-bye.